Hello everybody and welcome to a new video about this little guy here. It's the Mavic Air 2, which I bought myself in June 2020, and it's part of my journeys for already 3 years now. Since I purchased this drone, DJI released a bunch of different drones for different customer needs and different price ranges. But is a drone like the Mavic Air 2 still up to date and is able to capture brilliant footage? In this video, I want to share my experience with this drone, and I want to discuss if it's necessary to upgrade to a newer one. I won't go too deep into the technical specs, but I will name the most important points to give you an idea. It weighs 570 grams and has a maximum flight time of 34 minutes, which is comparable to the newer models of DJI. It has a maximum speed of 19 meters per second, which is enough to capture adventurous scenes. The newer models have an average maximum speed. Now onto the camera. It has a 1/2-inch CMOS sensor which can capture photos in 12 and 48 megapixels, while the 48 megapixel resolution of 8000 by 6000 is only for photos. Videos can be shot in 4K Ultra HD up to 60 FPS and Full HD up to 240 FPS. The Mavic Air 2 has a fixed aperture, so I recommend buying ND filters. ND filters act like sunglasses for your camera, preventing overexposure while shooting with the correct shutter speed. If you're not familiar with shutter speed, here is some quick advice. Your shutter speed should always double your frame rate. For example, if you shoot in 30 FPS, your shutter speed should be 1/60 to achieve a natural motion blur. But if you would like to have a video on this topic, just let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to explain it. But let's get back to ND filters for the Mavic Air 2. I have 6 different filters reaching from 8 stop to 256 stop. But I mostly use the filters between 8 stop and 32 stop. And in some really rare situations, 64 stop. I've never needed the darkest filter of ND 256. So for the most cases, ND8 to ND32 is enough. Now to the question, are those specs still up to date or already outdated? I can only share my personal experience and impression with the Mavic Air 2. I'm not supported or paid by DJI, and I have not tested any newer model from DJI. I'm pretty sure that newer comparable DJI drones are better in some area, no doubt. But the big question for some of you may be, do I really need to buy the newest drone? Or can I still use an older one for a cheaper price? My answer is, it depends on you and what you want to shoot. Let me explain from my point of view. When I bought this drone, my focus was to get cool, impressive, cinematic and adventurous videos, and sometimes nice photos of impressive landscapes. The Mavic Air 2 was absolutely the right decision because I was able to capture all these situations. To be honest, there is a small but. To capture all these impressive and adventurous movies, you have to be willing to fly your drone in risky situations, such as close to objects like rocks, trees, or through tiny holes. I did that with my Mavic Air 2, and the result was that I crashed it several times. I will show you some examples, but I can't watch it because that hurts so much to my heart. Have fun with it. Is it over? Yes? Okay. I was lucky and my drone never broke or ended up in an unreachable treetop. However, this can happen and you have to know this if you have a similar purpose for your footage. This fact is just one point to not buy a new expensive drone. A pro aspect to consider is if your purpose is to shoot in low light situations, no matter if videos or photos. The reason is the sensor size and the lens of the Mavic Air 2. Let's go a little bit deeper in this topic because this is an important point. Let me explain why. Many factors contribute to achieve good image quality, and lens and sensor size are just two of them. Starting with the lens. If we compare the lens of the Mavic Air 2 with the lens of a full-frame camera, the difference is huge, as shown in the images. The same applies to sensor size. Both factors have a massive impact on your footage. When you shoot, for example, a person, the object reflects the light of the sun in direction to your camera lens. Not only to the camera lens, but a part of it ends up there. The bigger the lens, the more light can be captured, and as a result the information is transported to the sensor, which is located behind the lens inside your camera. The lens leads the bundled light to your camera sensor, and then the magic happens. The image is developed with the help of a processor unit, and then we can watch it on our camera screen as soon as the image is processed. The size of the sensor is also relevant for receiving high quality images. Bigger sensors mostly have larger pixels and are able to receive more light, which leads to more detailed and accurate images and a higher dynamic range. To sum up all these facts, I have a tiny conclusion. If you are a tech freak, like I am sometimes are, buy a new one and enjoy all the small improvements and updates of the new drone. But if you just want to get nice footage in daylight situations, a preceding model like the Mavic Air 2 or also a model which is already on the market like the Air 2S is fully enough. You want to fly in extreme situations or you need a telecamera and extended features, you should choose a drone with a good camera. And this is exactly what the newer models of DJI have. I'm sure with some research on the market you will find the right one. And with your choice, I wish you a lot of fun and great shots in every situation. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel if you liked it. See you next time. Bye bye.